What is going on, everybody? You are listening to the Built for War podcast on the YouTube and Spotify and wherever you listen to your podcasts. My name is Austin, and I am your host for tonight's events. I am accompanied by one Sir Man of Michael.Lee.Musick.
Hello, strength freaks. I feel like that was such a good,
Yeah. I had to try something new
that
there.
was good. I liked that. I was feeling that vibe.
I just went with the flow.
I liked that.
Yeah.
I feel like you were getting raised to go on like a tangent of I don't know, fucking conspiracy theories.
I felt like I was introducing the room for a dinner.
There you go. You go. Or like a wedding or
Yes.
something, like telling the bridesmaids they're coming out.
Yeah.
First dances and stuff. That was so good though.
Hire me for your weddings.
Dude, did you hear that man's voice? That
Yeah.
baritone? So good. Fucking so good, bro. And he can sing Jelly Roll and fucking Falling in Reverse. Fucking so good.
I don't know about so good.
I got the video. I'll put it up on the...
Please don't. Please don't. Yeah, so anything new this week? No. Just been training. Fucking back to...
Yeah, exactly. Going back to norm.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying it. And it's just slowly kicking back into a normal, consistent routine of being an athlete instead of a civilian. I was talking to Alex actually over at Ritual. We trained over at Ritual yesterday. Shouts out Ethan Atkins. I'm looking at your fucking empty chair. Told you. See you tomorrow. Where are you? I'm just kidding. Love you.
You never answer.
You never even answer. But it's okay. We love you.
It's all right.
And but it was great seeing him and training with him. And we went over Ritual. And I was talking to Alex about that shit and like coming back from my wrist. And, and I was like, legitimately, like, because I was down for so long, like 6 months or so. Or let's see, 3 and then...
Oh, he just texted me. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Supposedly you woke up at 5 this morning with a fever.
Oh, no, that sucks.
That's good. Stay home.
Yeah, do not bring your booger fingers here. I hate, I totally I'm not even going to squirrel. I was about to go squirrel hard on that. And,
Yep.
But anyway, I was talking to Alex and when you're on an injury or something and you're limited to things and for, quite some time, even though I was keeping up with static lifts of squats, but that's every couple weeks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I went through a whole rebuild phase with it and everything. So it was really not everyday training. You turn into a civilian of you don't know, you start feeling normal again, and you're actually not that beat up all the time, and
well, that's kind of where I got to be as well, because living the dad life,
exactly.
I'm gonna bring it back to Mr. McGee here. Like he said, and I feel the same exact way. I'm a dad before I am a strongman, and it was really hard to get to that point of having the 2 kids and the wife, and then go into the gym. That was on the very last of my priority. Yeah. So I got used to feeling really good because I wasn't repeatedly beating myself up.
Exactly.
And now that I think this is my second week consistently, it's second and a half week consistently going to the gym every single day.
Yeah.
My body is not good.
Yeah.
I forgot that this is the state of constant shit that you live in when you train the way that we do.
Yeah, just constant agony. You forget about it. It's why do you do this? I fucking hurt all the time.
I went and got a massage today because I was just I
go.
need something because I've been having this tricep issue.
Yeah.
She fucking, oh my God. I've never had somebody do this, but she shoved her elbow up into my subscalpular.
Oh, yeah.
Made me move my arm.
Nice.
And then shoved it in even deeper.
Yeah.
And she was like, tell me when the pain starts to move away. I was like, fuck. So it wasn't and I always tell my wife too, I'm like, my massages are not massages.
No, it's painful.
It's body therapy, and therapy does not ever feel good.
No, that's straight PT shit, stretched massaging like that. Yeah, one thing you can do the massage, and if it's a deep, sure they can get in certain areas, and it's but stretch massages and PT of mobility massages are fucking gnarly.
Yeah,
they're gnarly.
And she started getting up into my neck because I've always had that. It's just right there in my it's in those little spina muscles, but I've always had an issue with that. And once
Yeah.
I tweak it,
Oh, yeah.
I can't move my neck.
Then you get the Batman.
Yeah,
The dad Batman. With the
So she started working on that, and I was like, this is miserable. And she's like trying to talk to me the whole time, and I'm just like,
yeah. But it'll pay off. It'll feel good, though.
for sure. Yeah, I know tomorrow I'm gonna be sore.
Oh, absolutely.
Just because she
freaking
cranked
fucking
on me.
killed you. Yeah, and then make sure you stay hydrated. For people that don't know, when you get mad massages like that, you gotta stay hydrated because you're releasing so much fucking detox out of the muscles and everything. So you can actually get really sick after deep tissue massages and shit. So, but no, that's gonna pay off, especially if you stay up with that. Yeah. And that's the thing, like I notice about this coming back too. Is like, yeah, sure, and it'll get back to normal. But yeah, just like beating down of like constant training, like consistent training, right? Like we were training, but it's like you could hit a lift and it was a lighter day, so it's like okay, and then you take like 2 days off, maybe 3 days, like because you don't even have that itch, like cause when you're in training and like constancy, I feel like you hurt when you don't. If you take too many days off, you actually hurt worse because your body's so used to being jacked and pulled and twisted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, your body is already adapted to be constantly just beat on.
Yeah.
So when you're not, then that's when the body starts to stiffen up, and it's like, oh, what am I doing here?
And most of the time you can't even make it that far because the second you feel even halfway good, it's like, well, that was supposed to be a light day. Let's fucking let's turn this 5x8 into like 3x1.
Yeah.
And then you fuck yourself.
We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go from 75% to 105. Today is max day.
Yeah, today feels great, and then you got a little twinge, and then you're fucked up for another week, and it's just nonsense. But I love it, and it feels good coming back. So. Yeah, but definitely, we got those newbie, like you get like just run down, just getting used to the CNS being taxed all the time, the body. But it's good. It's good. Yeah, I love it though.
Trying to stay on top of food for me has been fucking nuts too, because now after being out of the game for a little bit, in these last 3 weeks, I've literally just been eating absolutely everything.
Yep, same.
I haven't stepped on one of my scales to see because they're both dead.
Oh, okay.
But I'm at like 245 right now based off of Ritual's scale. And it's like one of the biggest I've been in a while.
It's been a while since you've been that big.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see kind of how that's going to translate.
Absolutely. And if you can just keep it, like that's the big thing, because we're both like in the exact same phase. Because I did the same thing as I was building up, started doing it like not like hit and miss workouts here and there. It was consistent, like like do a day on, day off, a day on, day off, and then like a couple days on, and then a day off, a couple days on. Just get like slowly progress yourself back into training. And now that we're both prepping for a comp, so now we're working on specific movements and then technique work and so forth and so forth. I completely lost where I was going with this story. What were we just on? Why did I start talking? You forgot to.
The weight.
The weight. Thank you. Holy shit, bro.
I had to think about it there for a sec.
See,
I was
it was like, I did that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, I knew that as it was going to start getting better and better, same thing. I just start eating everything. Hit my real meals. Snacking like sandwiches, peanut butter and jellies all the time, fucking bags of chips, just anything that I get in between my meals. Like I wake up, you got real breakfast, but then snack instead of it being like something nice or something, or wait until your next meal. It's like, oh yeah, we're making a fucking like. I've been getting down on like breakfast burritos and shit, like microwave burritos. My biggest
problem,
oh my god,
has been fucking Tostina pizza rolls.
Oh yeah, like baked foods that you put in the oven or microwave.
Like, dude, yeah, I did.
Oh my goodness,
I did those, and then popcorn shrimp. Yes. That with fucking tartars, like dude, in between meals, where I'm like, man, I'm fucking not hungry enough to eat another meal, but I'm fucking hungry.
But I'm hungry.
So then my dumbass too, my fucking guy math with all of this is, okay, this obviously has to be warmed up. So I'm just going to put all of it on the baking sheet. Absolutely. And then I'm going to save it for later.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the Tupperware and then I have it for later.
Yep, I can just toss it in the microwave after that. My fat ass fucking eats all of it.
I do the same thing. I pour the whole bag it's of whatever it is. It's like, whole bag, I'm going to eat all that. Especially that shit for like taquitos, fucking breakfast burritos, or even like the chimichanga burritos, like pizza bagels, any of that kind of shit. Oh my god, your boy, oh fuck, that dipped in ranch, tear that shit down.
Those fucking Tostina pizza rolls just go
They're
so
hard,
dude.
so good.
Like I literally could just sit there and eat a whole fucking bag, and
Yeah, I'm the same way, dude.
It's
and
so
those
bad.
things get your weight up. Like that's back in the day, like what we always talked about was the fucking hot pockets and eggs, yo. Like that shit is so good because that's what I always do with breakfast burritos and shit. And then like I try to be healthy, and then I'm like, well, let me get at least some more protein. I always dump eggs on it. Like I'll cook up always like 4 or 5 eggs, not even egg whites, like fucking full blown all 4 eggs. Even though I had like 6 eggs for fucking breakfast with like all kinds of carbs and shit. And then I'll dump that on top of it. So it's just so high fucking fat. It's just the content is crazy.
well, and like I'm one of those fucking weirdos that likes mayonnaise on shit.
Dude, same.
So like burgers, I can't just have a regular burger. It's gotta have mayo
Mayonnaise,
and mustard on it.
Yeah.
Like I fuck with mayonnaise. Everything like
I'm that way with mayonnaise or ranch. Like I don't care. I'll substitute ranch with it. I don't give a fuck.
ranch.
It
I can
has to.
fucking just drink ranch,
Dude, literally,
and it's not
ranch is life.
Yeah.
Like it is on everything. I don't give a fuck what you on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, and then I actually started doing it for my joints and for my wrist coming back for the arthritis. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to already start constant, and it's gonna keep a good check on everything. But like the doctor was saying, like, and I can feel it, dude. Oh, it's crazy. Even though it's strengthening back, everything's great. But the fact that the ligaments got so damaged, and the whole thing is like your arthritis is gonna be fucked, dude. Like, but you PT it and stay consistent with 5-minute little fucking workouts, or
and I
any
feel
kind
like
of PT with it.
I feel like most injuries of that kind of magnitude, I feel like a lot of people don't keep moving it, don't keep using it, so that's why it goes bad.
Exactly.
Like I've always been the one to say, once you stop moving, that's when you die.
It's facts, dude. And like any literature you look at and everything else, and I'm gonna geek out on this shit right now because we were just talking about this and beforehand, and I'm going through all my CPTs and stuff for like corrective exercise and sports science and all this shit, and because that's what I do. And the doctor was like, that kind of gave me a boost to get into it more. I love geeking out on that shit. Like I could geek out on that all day, like how the fundamentals of a body and the mechanical works, and because in our line of work, especially where we're trying to be at our percentages and the fucking rate of what strongman is now and what they expect from us, is like you're down to, and all my real lifters know this shit. When you start to get to an advanced level, you're looking for percentages. Like you're looking for the body to mechanically put an out force like on each leg perfectly. Each arm is putting out the exact output. Like we're down to percentages to get up 30, 40, 50 pounds to continue our training so we don't fuck something up. Because now, after so long of like, oh, I had a bad knee and now I compensate, but now the weights that we're out consistently fucking year after year, that compensation starts fucking shit up and you start getting tears. And that's why I'm constantly getting fucking these injuries in my things. So I'm like, just going down and like I've been studying so much corrective exercising and like all that shit and PTing and and just like going down that whole road and that rabbit hole of it. And it's just wild of like, if you, and like science shows, like it's that whole, like if you don't use it, you lose it. Like you do not. So like the second I got into this hand, I knew it right away. Like it was like, even though I can't physically move this thing, but what drives that physical movement is that neural output to it, that body's response to be able to mechanically get to it. We'll strengthen it. We'll get it moving again when it's time. But like people don't really think about that. So
and like it goes to show with like older, like the elderly too. My grandma's 97 years old.
Yeah.
Until a month ago, she was living by herself. The only reason why she's not anymore is because her discs in her back have degenerated so much that if she moves just right, she can't use her legs. Like they literally,
for sure, there's nothing there. It's just hitting.
She hits paralysis
just immediately. Yeah.
So, like 97 years old, and she's just out there,
just getting it,
working on the lawn, working outside, fucking crocheting. Something. She's never stopped moving, and that's why I think that she's just lasted the way that she is.
I 100% agree.
Because if you look at studies and statistics on adults in the United States now, there's so much shit that like we sit down and we just focus on, right?
Yep.
Like that's all we do is we just sit, we immobilize, and we focus. Well, you're not moving that fucking joint anymore, so what does it do? It starts to deteriorate.
Yep. Yep.
So I feel like a lot of people, and that's more for people that don't lift. That's for more people that don't live a more active lifestyle.
Yes.
That's just like the construction worker that fucking, the mason, right?
Yeah.
Mason that goes home,
Yep.
drinks a fucking 12-pack of beer every single night,
Yep.
gets back up. He'll live to be a fucking 100.
Yep, because he's moving so much.
He's
that it's
constantly fucking
moving. And you're exactly right. And exactly, like, you guys can look it up for yourself. The WHO, the World Health Association, actually, I was just reading.
This podcast is sponsored by Cerberus Strength USA. Make sure that you guys go to cerberus-strength.us for all of your Cerberus needs.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the absolute best. They're coming up in the game. They're owning the game. Cerberus Strength is the best quality product you can possibly wear.
I mean, I tell you what, whenever I think of strongman or powerlifting nowadays, I think of Cerberus.
Dude, I think about Cerberus every day.
I mean, because I wear Cerberus every day.
It looks super sick.
It does. Make sure that if you guys want any of the gear, the equipment, accessories, apparels, they're even coming out with supplements now.
Absolutely.
Make sure that you guys go check out Cerberus Strength.
For real. They're literally one of the best in the business. Probably the best in the business. They're sponsoring everybody from strongman athletes to all the strength sport athletes out there, taking over the game. And you just know you're in safe and good hands when you rock Cerberus Strength.
And make sure that you use our code B4WAR at checkout to save you 10% at checkout.
Absolutely. And their packages always arrive, no problems, shipping, everything. So B4WAR, get you 10% off.
And thank you to Cerberus for sponsoring this podcast.
Absolutely. We love you.
We love you. This podcast is sponsored by Premier TRT and Med Spa. Make sure you guys go over to www.premiertrt.com to get all of your testosterone, hormone, and peptide needs.
Absolutely. And just overall general health. I mean, you guys want to be checked out by the best in the business and people that actually care about you and your well-being and your overall health, whether it's strides and strength, admirations, or just a healthy living style. You guys cannot beat Premier TRT and Med Spa. Great family-owned style business, and you're just one of the family. And as always, get yourself checked.
Either that or go check them out at 12774 Colorado Boulevard, Suite 141 in Thornton, Colorado. Yeah. Go over there and tell Melanie we said that we sent you, you know. Tell them that Built for War sent us.
That's right. You were hanging out with us last night, chilling, and you needed to come get checked. So, bam, there you are.
Yeah. For a low price, they'll check you out. They'll get you what you need and get you out the door so you can be back to living a healthy, lovely lifestyle like everybody else.
That's the American dream.
That's the American dream.
It really is. But no, for real, guys, always we say keep an eye on your health, and there's nobody better.
Yeah.
Premier. And, family, and just, man, you just become one of the family, okay?
You're part of the familia now.
For real. You're under my protection, okay?
Well, thank you for sponsoring us, Premier TRT, and thank you to you.
Always.
We'll see you guys.
Yes, and that's funny that you brought that up. And that is facts from 2000. And this is a big thing. So you want to help the world? Fucking start working out, because even in the studies from the WHO, their stats from the it like showed all the different spikes into it, and from our biggest year was from 2016 to their study of 2019. We in healthcare, what is that, debt from people going to the hospital and stuff was because of cardiovascular, respiratory, and all of it had to lead to the fact that they don't have an active life. And now we're $175 billion was like in money just for people and all going to the hospital for obesity, fucking respiratory issues, and cardiovascular problems.
Stuff that could be
fixed.
Yeah.
Be fixed by
Not
active activity.
This isn't like pregnancy or
no,
cancer.
This is purely facts of just obese. Like their studies are like from the stuff, the data that they get from the hospitals and all their stuff is just like this motherfucker's obese because of he's got bad cholesterol. He eats bad. Like he does this, right? Most people that have been doing that their whole life. They don't work they work a desk job. They don't move enough. The other thing that
fucking irritates me so much with all of that is that a lot of that can be alleviated just by getting on a TRT.
Dude, literally.
A hormone, not just TRT, just HRT in general.
HRT in general.
Like people take the endocrine system for granted.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's crazy to me that There's been, like, I was just talking to a guy last Saturday during the fights, a guy I grew up with, you know, really good friend of mine. He's like, you know, I feel like when I turned 30, just my energy fucking crashed.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm fucking just exhausted. He's like, it's so terrible. Like, I feel really bad. And it's like, well, have you gotten your blood work done? No. Why don't you go in and go get your test levels checked? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that would be great to get an idea of. So I told him, I was like, go in, go take a look at it, let me know what you think, and I would say get on test. He's going to supposedly be doing that here in the next couple of weeks, so I'm excited for him.
You're going to have to push him because I have two friends. I'm not going to name their names, but two of my closest friends, and I've had these exact same conversations. Because you work with people every day, right? And like you see them and whatever, or you just start talking, they start talking all these problems, and immediately you're like, all your problems, you can be fixed by you doing something about them. But instead, you decide just not to, and like, oh, this is just life. And it's like, no, motherfucker, it's not just life.
It's not.
It
is because you're making it.
You're making it this way. I'm sorry. Yes, you making these little changes aren't going to change like your big positioning of like what your job is and what you're doing and this, and this. But guess what? You have to live those hours each day anyway. So add a little bit more work to your schedule. Look after yourself and watch how much easier all the things you do every day just become easier. And then you can do something else with it. And
get on a fucking schedule.
Dude,
get on a fucking
these
schedule.
are just basic. And like, yeah, man, I just...
well, and it's funny because it's like, I've heard so many people bitch about like, oh, I don't have time for this, blah, 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 blah. When people tell me they don't have time for something...
Dude.
As a guy in my, like, where I sit in my shoes, it's really hard for me not to be like, cool, then just go fucking kill yourself. You don't have time.
Right.
Go kill yourself. You'll have all the time in the world then. Yeah. You have to fucking make time. That's the thing. And, like, that's why I preach, 75 hard as well.
Yeah.
Doing 75 hard will make you realize that you have fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
when you put your priorities in line, you have time.
Absolutely.
Put the fucking video games down. Put the fucking scrolling down on Instagram. Put all of this shit that doesn't help you, put all that down and go do something.
Exactly.
Even me, who is a business owner, a father of two, and a husband, and, we do this kind of shit.
Yeah.
I'm starting to make more time now because it's like, okay, cool. I was out of the game for a little bit. Now I need to make time for this because also like it helps my family.
Yeah.
Like it blows my mind when people are like, oh, I don't have time for it. I'm like,
yeah, right. I'm just gonna sit here in my misery and just be sad about the way my life is and it's like, dude, it's
people that don't fucking help themselves.
Yeah.
I cannot be around.
No, I can't either. It's like I will give you all the information, and that's the thing about life, right? And people in general. You can give them the answers to life. Literally, like, bro, do this at this age. Like in general, right? Give them like, don't do this, do this. Oh, no. Like they won't listen until they get smacked in the face with it till they like learn the lesson, right?
Yeah.
Like we all that way. I do it too. Like we all get it. That's how we're built.
Yeah.
But the problem is that like sometimes, and especially when your health, like this body, this vessel, bro, other than your mistakes on a day-to-day worldly basis, like when you fuck around and find out too long with certain stuff, it's too late. Like you can't do anything. And it's like, dude, people are telling you to do this and watch how much better you're going to feel. And you're already exhausted from your day and your life. And we get it. But at the same time, like doing harder shit, you're going to find out that like, you feel so much better. It clears anxiety. It clears depression. Like it's just so amongst and like those stresses of you being anxietied all day and everything else. It's like that's so hard on the system. Like that's so hard on you.
And it genuinely just goes to choosing the harder route in life.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Instead of trying to find the closest parking spot to the doors when you go to the supermarket.
I'll park in the back.
I always park.
I always do. Same. Me too. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I always find a parking spot. People go up and down the lanes waiting for that one car that just got in their car and they're just sitting there holding them, backing up traffic and shit because they want to park it. It's like, if you could have just drove to the back, guess what? There's always a parking spot there.
Always.
And it's like, is it really that difficult for you to walk max? Even a Walmart. Walmarts are big parking lots.
Yeah.
From the back, like unless you're in the way back where like the bums and the RVs and the weird trucks.
Yeah,
sit.
stay out of there.
Stay the fuck away from there.
Away.
But like, the second row of lights back,
Yep.
it's like max. That's like what? fucking not even a football field. Like not even close.
Even
Like,
if it is.
even if it is, so what?
So what?
Yeah. Get some steps in.
Yeah.
You've been at the office all day. Get your fucking
Grab a fucking cart that's out there in the middle of everywhere because everybody likes to leave their shit just out and about.
Help out.
Grab that. Push that in. Use that as your cart.
Absolutely.
And then take it back. Toss all your shit in. And then put it in a fucking cart.
And then go walk the cart back and like, slow the fuck down. Like, and like move. It's just literally these are the most basic things. And like even all the way to like we know this from experience. And that's why I really like dig in like getting into like the actual science behind shit because we know the bros shit. Like we've done it long enough. Like we have the field, like the field experience. We've been out there in the field. And now it's just learning like the actual like what that actually means in text. And so when I do that, it's like which is making it easy because it's like totally know what you're talking about. Just didn't know that's what the name of it was.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
like
what I mean?
it's like getting those specific names for
Yeah,
everything.
right.
Of like, oh, this is actually what this means.
So that's actually what that was doing. Okay. With
All
that
right.
yeah. So and it's cool. But I mean, even yes, to the degree, like that's what they show all the time, just in health. Like in general, we are built to move as people, as that's our system. Like you want to move. And if you don't, eventually with age, with of course, lifestyle and everything else, it's just gonna stop moving, dude.
Well, in the body, like if you think about it, this got all fucked up when Liver King came about.
Right.
But take yourself back to the primal days.
Yeah.
Take the fucking houses away.
Dude.
Take the fucking supermarkets away. The cars. The everything.
Yep.
Right. What did you have to do on a daily basis? Well, you woke up because the sun's up and it's fucking getting hot. So you get up, you go out. The wife or the lady stays home with the kids.
Yep.
And as a man, you go out there and you fucking hunt.
Yep.
You fish. You try to bring back something so that the village can eat.
Yep. You do your part.
We don't have to do that anymore.
No.
Like at all.
It's to curbside.
So people are like, why the fuck should I have to go to the gym? Well, because the body is, even though the body adapts and it evolves to a certain degree, you still have to put in that fucking work. Like you have to. Have to.
Yeah.
Especially with all of the fucking processed shit in our foods, all of the fluoride in the water. Like we're already at a disadvantage. And then bringing in all of these other added chemicals, hormones.
Yeah.
We're even put at more of a disadvantage.
Absolutely.
If you go to places like Australia, you go to places like UK, there's a reason why, like statistically showing, those places are eating the same exact food, but they're not fat.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Our government fucking allows whatever the fuck
they want
in our food.
Yep.
So there's like McDonald's has been sued multiple times.
So many times.
For having addictive chemicals in it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You would, and like people know, like you're listening to this as you're smacking on a fucking burger, like from McDonald's or something. Or
and don't get me wrong. Like
we
I
all
fuck
do
up
it
McDonald's.
because
I
it's
fuck
there.
Up Wendy's,
right? It's there. And like, so you do your best, but yeah, once in a while, but it's like just minimize it. But at where we are at this stage, as much as you try to minimize, unless, you are right now living off in a fucking forest and hunting your fucking food and getting clean ass food, like it's almost impossible to be drinking pure water. And like eat clean is like no fucking preservatives, no fucking chemicals. Like it's here. Like we're all taking it in every day. And hopefully eventually it'll start weeding out. But yeah, you're exactly right. But the other
especially now that RFK Jr.'s in
fucking and I know that he was gonna start attacking the FDA and shit like that. So, because even like I follow. Have you ever watched Will Tennyson? He's a YouTube influencer. I know most of you probably know. I didn't know like really much about him. He's kind of like a Jesse James West and shit. I don't know if you know who he is. Like they're definitely like TikTokers. Like that's where they got big, I think. And then YouTube.
Oh God.
Yeah, this guy. So he's got so many views, right? When I first see him pop up, I'm like, this fucking guy, like, right? Total kids guy, whatever. I was watching some of his shit and like, dude, I actually love this dude and I fucking watch his shit all the time. And he's a total just chill dude, him and his girl. And he's not like that. And he's a natural bodybuilder, but he does all these things of like, why is this place a green zone? Why is all the people here healthy? It's purely health.
Oh, okay. I've seen this
he's been
one.
with Mitchell Hooper. He's been with...
Let's go. Go. Come on, you're a professional. Come on, You got it. You're so
Dude, I've seen those people using those. But that one's got like a whole gauge on it and shit. It's not just a bar. Like, yeah, we've seen the golden bar and shit. But that one, like, if you look in the middle, it's got like a gauge.
It's like a fucking piston or something.
Yeah. So he's probably trying to like press that in and shit.
Yeah.
Come on, don't right there. It's right there. Oh. Come on.
Eddie Holt's strong as fuck too in that position, and he can't close it. That's probably really hard.
Dude, this is the longest
Isn't that forever?
freaking thing.
Wow.
This
The
is
world's
the other.
strongest man, Ben, the world's strongest bar, level 1, teenager.
That's right, because it does
Yeah,
have different
yeah.
like piston.
So yeah, he's been with like Mitchell Hooper. He's been a lot of different guys, but his channel in general, he talks a lot about those things of just like the health and like the world and like, you know, and the health and like does all kinds of shit. He'll call out people and be like, these are the top biggest guys. Let's actually try their programs. And like he does put himself through some fucking shit. Like he'll do like I did this
I
study.
mean, I bet. Like, honestly, look at the shit that he.
Yeah, that's what I mean. See, like
Oh yeah,
yeah, and then he did like the fat thing, and then like he literally like some of his like I give him respect, like or he'll do like the full keto for a week, and he'll like document it like in you know showing his foods, everything, and he fast forwards so you know he's eating it.
every
And-
single one of his fucking besides this one
stupid views.
literally has over a
Million. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's definitely one of the like OGs. Like, and I think he got really big right around COVID. He was just constantly fucking putting shit out. And anyway, so and he's like really easy to watch, and that's the thing I think about it. It's good information, and it's actually like what he talks about is entertaining, but he's always talking like you know actual legitimate things, you know,
Yeah.
legitimate things on studies and so forth, and then he puts it to the test. And so anyway, but yeah, and anyway, so I've been watching a lot of them in all the green zones that they have all over the different areas out there, and like the foods that are not allowed. They have McDonald's and all that shit. So he'd go out there and like try them, and he's like, and he'd be like, holy shit, like this tastes totally different. Then he'd like go and talk to people in the back or look up things, and like it's there's so many chemicals that they're not. Well, we know that with like product companies, they try to sell them in different ways, and they're like, fuck no, you have this chemical, you can't bring that shit in here.
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
I mean, like Axe and Sledge,
Yeah,
when they were
yep.
trying to get all their products over there in Australia, they
Australia,
got
they
rejected
denied.
multiple
Yeah.
times because they were like, we don't allow this in our country.
Yeah, and they
We
put
don't
a
allow
stop.
this one ingredient.
Yeah, and
into
we
our
understand we're going to make money over here, but for the concern of our people and our health and our people, no.
Yeah.
Because they'd make a killing, right? Fucking people love. They know who fucking he is.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we want Axe and Sledge products over here. Fuck no. Or like Canada has a bunch of fucking real super things. America is just like fucking.
Yeah, the United States of America.
The United
is
States
literally
is just like
and I get
Yeah.
free market capitalism I
for
do.
sure.
But there also needs to be a moral standpoint behind
And
things.
it's
Like
not,
when
it's
you're
money.
when you're selling people's health. Like I'm all for letting fucking steroids be legal.
Absolutely.
Crack,
Like the whole
fucking- the whole
your
thing.
choice. Do what you want.
The
Do
minute
what
it
you
starts
want.
fucking with other people's lives,
Yep.
that's when it's an issue.
bad. That's when it's bad.
But like I don't think a lot of people realize or understand exactly what is in shit like McDonald's.
That's what I mean. And it's a consistent, like you're always putting that in your body every day. Like, so it's like, dude. And so at the same time, and then you're not moving and everything else. You're just clogging all that up, dude. Just, you know, fucking, it's just so bad, bro. And it's like, but you can solve a lot of these things because you still have that option. As bad as it is, guess what? We still have plenty of healthy options. Sure, I'm sorry you kind of got to drive to the other side of town a little bit. It might be a couple of extra bucks. It sucks, but guess what? You're going to feel a hell of a lot better, so you're not going to be so stressed and like, you know, what is money for your sanity? And you
right.
know what I mean? Because at this point, when you are not moving,
Also,
your body-
especially when you have fucking children.
yeah, yes.
It blows my mind how many fucking fat kids I
Oh my
see.
god, all over the place, eating their fucking taquitos and or the tacos and shit like that, drinking Mountain Dews, and it's like, bruh.
And then we wonder why mental health
And
is
why
at its
mental
absolute
health is
worst.
so fucked, and that's what I mean. Like, your
Like when these
body-
kids don't have anything to like every human needs a purpose. It's literally built
Facts.
into our DNA.
Absolutely.
We all need a purpose.
you have to have a mission statement.
And the amount of fucking kids that literally just don't have a purpose that float through life that just get fat, and then we wonder why like crime rates up and cops are down and all of this bullshit. Well, it all starts with literally just health.
All of it, literally all of it.
Because fuck it, we're gonna get into it. The reason why shit is the way that it is because the government fucking controls everything. The world is ran by 3 fucking gigantic companies, and if you didn't know that, every single fucking business that's in the Forbes list or the Fortune 500 companies, they're all tied in, and they are sold and bought, or they are all owned by 3 major companies, which is BlackRock, Vanguard, and then the World Economic Forum, which is places, or that's not a company, but basically all 3 of those companies own fucking everything.
Everything,
Yeah. They also are the highest donors to the government.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why it starts out like that. So the government, that's why these fucking senators and shit that are only supposed to make $100,000 a year have a net worth of fucking $900 fucking million. It's physically impossible for them to be as rich as they are on the salaries that they are. And that also goes tied into lobbying and fucking insider trading, which that's for a different fucking day.
Yeah.
But these people who sell this food also own the fucking the pharma agencies.
Yeah.
So they're creating food that is going to make you sick, that's going to make you fat, that's going to make you unhealthy.
Yes.
So that way they can have you go to the doctors.
Yep.
And then they can sell you a pill.
Yes.
You have to take this pill every so often. Oh, and guess what? They also own the insurance companies. So the insurance companies are fucking paying way fucking too much. We're paying these insurance companies fucking so much money on a monthly basis. And then they prescribe you a fucking ibuprofen in the fucking hospital that's $500 fucking dollars.
Yep.
If you ask for, the next time you go to the hospital for anything, ask for an itemized list. It will fucking blow your mind how much shit
it's so
is.
fucked. And it's like bullshit. It's like stupid margin.
Like if you would have just told me to do this at my own home,
I would have done it.
I could have done it at my own home for a 64th of the fraction.
Oh, easily. Yeah, actually, my stitches I'm taking out myself. I'm gonna YouTube it. My leg.
Let me do it.
I know Carly said that too. I don't know if I can. I was like, I feel like I would have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like pulling your own band-aid. You're like, no, I got it. I'll do it. I do it.
Yep.
So as much as it's like, I'm kind of like, I'll do it. So because when I went in and I cut my leg at work a fucking couple days ago and like an idiot and I'm fucking so
like
dumb. Like an idiot, dude. Like 2 layers like cut down in my quad and shit. So I had to get like a double layer stitch where they had to like open it up, stitch the bottom, and then do a top layer. But the muscle one, those will just they'll go out by themselves. But the top ones,
They're dissolving.
Yeah, they're dissolving. So all they did is I went in, got a fucking shot. I mean, it's it's up on my upper quad. It's probably what'd you say? So it's 5.5 inches long.
Yeah.
And but it's super deep. And so it was like 17 stitches. And so I have to take those out. And they're like, all they did was give me a tetanus shot because they say I wanted it to be a tetanus shot. And then they gave me the numbie shit. And then they fucking stitched me up. It was over $1,000. I was like, fuck you, dude. And
isn't that crazy?
I was like, because I asked her, like, when she came in, and she's like, here's your, because there's a hospital, like, it's just like, we'll bill you and, like, deal with it. You don't have to pay it right now. And I was like, how much is it? And I was like, it's a couple $100, yeah? And I was like, probably, like, what, like $300, $350? And, she gave me that bill, because I was like, I'll just take care of it now. And then, like, she gave me that bill. I was like, fuck you, dude. I was like, it's like 10, I think it's like 1080. Like almost $1,100. I was like, get fucked.
Yeah.
I was like, dude. I was like, yeah. And she's like, in 2 weeks, go see your primary and get this. And I was like, fuck that. I'll take them out myself. I was like, no.
Yep.
So
fucking, and they wonder why people are just like getting the fuck away from the healthcare. Like,
they know how fucked it is.
they wonder why people are going more homeopathic and more like natural medicines.
More natural, like how to figure things out because it's so fucked.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad. There's a whole big like good amount of people that are like waking up to that and like starting to live their lifestyles like that.
And it's funny because like places like YouTube, places like Rumble, all of these video, they all have people on there that do know what the fuck they're
And
talking about.
it's truth.
People that have done the studies and like it is funny because there for the longest time I was always like, oh yeah, you know, you got to go to the doctor, you got to do this,
Yeah,
blah blah
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Then I started realizing like, how do doctors know?
Exactly.
They learn it from a book.
Yep.
Where does that book come from? It comes from colleges. And where do those professors come from? They've never. This is all fucking people that have just
And it's only a couple people that ever wrote the book. Period.
that have
So,
actually done studies.
Yeah, that's it. And then now people are just teaching the lie to the next lie to the next, and kind of figuring out as it goes.
And a lot of
like,
these books came out in the fucking
yeah,
60s and
forever.
70s.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Back when we were prescribing fucking cigarettes.
Yep, cigarettes and morphine.
Yeah.
Fucking, you'll be all right.
Just go fucking take a rip of the cig and we'll shoot you in the ass with morphine.
You're good.
You're good, dude.
You know, you need to shit. You can start drinking. If you
Yeah.
want.
Oh, and actually, we're gonna give you some chloroform just in case you can't sleep. Just take a little hint of that. You'll go to bed.
Seriously.
What?
Seriously.
Like,
That's what I mean.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
wild, bro. It's wild. And yeah, and people just will do what they're told, like, because it's easy.
well,
They're
you
like-
just don't know any better.
but it's like, and that's the thing, you don't, but people stay like comfortable when they kind of figure shit out. That's where they stay.
Yep.
Like, you have to stay a student in this life. Like, as any warrior, anybody, anything, you always got to stay a student. Always. Like, you always can learn something because you're never going to fucking know. And that's the exciting part, because it'd be lame if, like, you just figured shit out and, like, that's it. It's always the same every day. Fuck no. We all know that.
Well, and it goes to the point of like, if you already know shit, you're not gonna take like pride in
Yeah,
what you
well,
got.
exactly
So you're
right.
gonna lose it, and it's just it's one of those things to where going through like all the broken bones, all the surgeries, all the fucking issues that I went through with my
Yeah.
body. Now I know, like, hey, this is what worked for me. This is what didn't work for me. Here, give this a shot. Don't do this.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot that I've learned after all of my injuries where I'm like, okay, if I do this, this happens. If X is going to be the case, then X happens, and that equals Y.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking simple.
yeah. I mean, it's true.
But it's literally built off of learning shit.
It is, yeah, just experience.
Experience.
Period.
Yeah.
And the thing is that nowadays you just have access to any information that you want. Literally, like the shit you can look up on YouTube. Like, you want to go to college? Don't go fucking pay college. Literally, you can watch college courses on any, like, a lot of different websites. You pay like $5 and you can watch in on any seminar.
Yeah,
you can do all the studying.
college
you
is
want.
also such a fucking
And that,
scam.
and that's when that gets back to, like, just like medical. The school board is written the same way. Like, you know what I mean? Even college, it's like they teach you a bunch of shit that you don't even need to even try to do the one thing that you actually went there for, and they don't even teach you enough, and they tell you after all this money and after years and years and years, go out and get a job and learn. It's like, what the fuck you mean? That's what I came here for and just paid you, and now I'm in debt for $100 bajillion forever, and you didn't even teach me anything. You gave me like the fundamentals.
You know how many people we fucking
Oh my gosh.
had come in on an intern program while I was in infrastructure construction. A lot of these interns would come in for the summer. They would work at the company, be like 2 or 3 of them per job site. They would be, engineers, shit like this.
Yep.
They would come out there, and a lot of them couldn't even run a fucking
Yep.
D1 dozer, which is a shovel.
Yeah,
Like, a lot of them couldn't fucking just grab a shovel.
No, they couldn't even
It's like,
figure it.
okay, how the fuck are you going to build a building if you cannot
Exactly.
run a shovel?
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Can't run a hammer. Can't run a nail gun. Like, very fucking simple shit.
Yep.
There's a reason why, very certain few that work their ass off with their parents. Like, we had one guy, his name was Jack, and we all called him Me Off. Because so he used to work with us, but he grew up with parents that were in construction, or a parent that was in construction. So he grew up fucking grabbing tools, running
right.
tools, just all of
being
this
around
shit.
them, yeah.
So then he went to college, got his degree, came out, or before he got his degree, he came out, interned with us, and then, went back, got his degree, and then he came back to work for us.
Nice.
And there's a reason why he's a project manager based off of everybody else, because he already had a lot of the simple guidelines going into everything.
Absolutely.
And then college was an enhancement on top of that.
Absolutely.
And that was more or less just the small technical shit that a lot of guys just don't understand, that just were never taught. But you look at, it's the guys that, there's the difference between the guys that build the plans and the guys that build the building of the plans.
Took your vision and put it to life.
Yeah.
Literally.
But there's so many times that an engineer will put shit together that just doesn't make sense.
Engineers are fucking retarded.
Yeah.
They're so retarded. You know how many plans I read and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
That physically won't work. Like,
the amount of times that I've had to just be like, okay, fuck these plans, it's retrofit.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to have to fucking make it work.
Yeah. No.
And it's like, that's not, like, they live off of something that is just wrong.
Yeah. It's just in their system. It's a program. Like,
In our election this last year, we had a vote for having veterinarians have to have, I think it's a bachelor's.
Shut up.
I'm like, yeah, they should have some type of fucking knowledge with that. Like, they're just letting whoever the fuck they want work on these animals.
I don't know enough about veterinary. I figured you already had to don't you have to go to medical school for that shit?
No.
Really?
You literally just start at a fucking vet's office.
Shut the fuck up.
Not
Is
kidding.
that real? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I figured they did.
Like, it makes sense. College makes sense for
A certain path.
if
and there's
you
only
are
a
going
couple.
to be affecting somebody's life.
Yes.
In a dire situation to where you could fucking kill them.
Oh yeah. It's like life consequences.
Veterinarians are one of them. Surgeons are one of them.
It's true. Well, and that's the thing. Like, there's only they did it right with a few of them, like law school, super intense, but that's all you talk about is the fucking law.
Yeah.
And then like medical school and shit. That's about it.
And I know that it's kind of like going back on what we were talking about, but even then, like, still college, you have to have the baseline of, hey, if I cut this guy's chest open and go to replace his heart, all right, he's going to need this valve shut and this going and blah blah blah.
Right.
Like, that's understandable for having studies, but like, there's so many fucking things that just isn't studied anymore that it's just like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go based off of that.
Absolutely. And you know how many doctors and shit they're studying at work because they have a patient and it's not what they know. So what are they doing? Looking at textbooks to figure it out, read on it and be like, oh, okay, my patient's coming here. Okay, I'm gonna make a life or death situation here in a minute. Hope the literature's correct.
Fuck.
I watch Grey's Anatomy. Half the time they're in the computer room fucking talking and shit while they're looking up something that fucking is going on with some patient.
That's it, dude.
And then they just go with it. But I get it. You know what I mean? It's like when we build shit. I've never built it. I know I am capable of building it, but I've never actually seen the way that actually goes together. So I get it, man. But other than that, college is complete bullshit.
Yep.
Just in general college and stuff. And yeah, it's a fucking scam, dude.
It is.
You can learn. And that's the thing is just people they just take the smoke and mirrors of what social media is. And it's just a way to just numb yourself and forget about your problems and whatever. Get it. We get it. We all do it and everything else. But they really lack the tool that it is and the information that is out there. And it just dude, yeah, like we said, as a part of just being better instead of scrolling Instagram from fucking the second you go into bed or when you get home, take even fucking an hour of scrolling and watch some YouTube, informational shit. Just to get you know what I mean? And watch some informational things.
Hold on, this has got to be fucking wrong. The average cost of a college education is $14,000.
Bullshit.
Yo, okay.
Yeah, right.
There's no fucking way.
You're such a lie. Okay, I can go to college for 4 years for $14,000. Yeah, right.
Eat my dick. There's
Basic
no
ass shit
way.
is $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. And then if you get into you want your masters and shit, I know that gets up to $100,000.
Okay, so now that we have this information,
I don't know. We're looking at
Okay, yeah, but we're $1.6 trillion in college debt.
Yep. People owe $1.6 trillion.
The average, even if it's $14,000
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah. The average person that actually goes to college is not that many. And well, I guess maybe now.
Well, no. So what I'm trying to say is that if it's only $14,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's whatever. How many of those fucking people are not paying?
Oh, dude.
And
so
also,
many
like,
people.
$1.6 fucking trillion
Yeah.
for college for student loan debt.
Yeah.
From what I remember, is that an average 4-year college degree average. This is not like high end. This is not low end. This is right down the fucking middle. Is around $100,000, $90,000 to $100,000.
See, that's what I always kind of thought.
For
too.
4 years.
Yeah, that's what I always kind of thought. Like, same.
So I mean, maybe the 14,000 is a
down payment
yearly.
Maybe. Oh yeah, maybe. Yearly.
I mean, but still, that only comes out to 60.
Yeah, that's true. I could see that, like, basic cost. Like, I thought that. Like, I was like 60, 70,000, I think. So yeah, maybe. So maybe it is 15 a year. So I mean, that'd be quite a bit. Like, I don't know how much tuitions do. Like every quarter, I would imagine, or something.
Bro, there's no fucking way that
Yeah, right.
$36,000
No way.
total cost.
I don't know. I didn't go to college.
I
But
didn't go to
either
college
way-
either, but you know how many fucking people I have heard that have gone to college that, okay, hold on real quick. Private colleges tend to be more expensive with an annual average cost of $44,000.
Oh, I guess it does depend on what school you go to. But okay, hold on. How many people in America you think?
1 point, no, hold on. 2.5 billion,
Okay.
I would say. Hold on, let me double check that real quick.
I don't even know how to type fucking that many with zeros.
Cool, I was way the fuck off.
333 million people. Okay. So 14. So we're just going to assume. I'm kind of curious. I'm just going to run with this. What's 14,000 times that?
Now, hold on, if we're gonna do this, let's do this.
I want to see what that number would even be. And then we'll go to the percentage of how many people actually go to college.
What is the no?
$18.1.
18.1.
Okay, out of 333? Yeah,
333.
Okay, so I don't know what that fraction would be. That's not fucking.
But if we times
Let's see,
this,
333. So,
hold on, I got
fuck,
you.
look at us doing all math and shit.
I'm not doing fucking head math right now. I'm gonna whip out the old calcy. So we've got 18.1. We'll just do 18.
They say there's 16.9 million students.
18.1 times, what was it, 16,000 or 14,000? I think it was like 14,750.
Yeah, 15,000, whatever.
That is $26,607,000,000.
Okay, so see, that's every single person going to college. That's not $1.6 trillion. So that's a lie. So that has to be maybe, like you said,
Now,
per
this is
year.
also based off of like a yearly basis. So yeah, there's 26 billion. So if we
Oh yeah, that's a year. That's a year. Yeah. So
and how
okay. So that times 4.
yeah, so hold on real quick. So we'll go student loan debt. Gives me all these fucking things. Oh, we could do this. Blah, 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 blah.
Debt statistics.
Total is 1.75 trillion. Okay. So if we do 1.7, nope. 1.75 trillion. That's 175 million. 100 mil bill. Okay, so we're at 1.75 divided by, that's 65 fucking years.
65 years. What? Oh, that's 65 years of unpaid fucking schooling. Wow. Which, okay.
Why the fuck are we $1.75 trillion in debt as a country?
Yeah. 'Cause
To-
that means only 65 years. I mean, like 4, 8, 12. That's really not that many people. Like, if you really think about that.
I mean, so if we
Right,
do
for
now,
65. So that's 65 years unpaid.
so if we do
So-
the 65 years and then we times that by the amount of people, which is 1.118, right?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what math I'm
I
looking
don't know.
at, but
Guys, put the, you guys drop
Wow.
the equation in the comments, okay?
it fucking blows my mind.
It's just crazy.
That out of the 333 million people in the United States, we have 18.1 million students that go to the fucking school that make up
Yeah.
most of the debt in this country.
Oh, for sure. Everybody has debt. Everybody. Because, and that's the thing. That's why it's a scam, because they make you pay all this money. And then when you get out, you can't even go get that job anyway. You're internshipping for a lot of them. And then you go get a normal job and then you're making money. And then, like, instead of going to school, you just keep making money. You're trying to make ends meet. And now you got this big ass fucking bill, like a monthly bill.
Well, not
And
only
you gotta
that,
pay-
but like
and you make
most-
little payments on it. So you're only paying after like 30 years, you've paid like, a couple grand because you had whatever payments. So-
You know how many people that I turned down when I was working in the construction industry and I was a foreman superintendent? You know how many I turned down with project management
Oh, yeah, for sure.
degrees?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, I got a degree in this. I don't give a fuck. Good for
Cool.
you.
I actually I don't want you.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of people that I turned down from colleges because I was like, you guys are being indoctrinated into some fucking
Absolutely,
bullshit. And
absolutely.
You genuinely don't know how to make your own decisions.
It's super facts. And I've worked for a lot of GCs back when I HVAC'd and shit on the commercial, and a lot of project managers and shit like that. And they were kids, like just freshly out of college and shit. They were so retarded to talk to. It was like, what the fuck?
Like
Oh, dude. They
I don't
just
know, it
didn't
is-
understand anything.
it is funny because I think. Did you graduate high school?
No, I got out and no, didn't graduate. I was
Yeah.
going to say I got out to get my GED, and I never even did that. I worked.
Do you want to
So
know
no.
what the statistics are on how many people drop out of high school compared to how many business owners there are?
I mean,
A fucking lot.
bet.
I don't know the exact
okay.
number, but most business owners are fucking high school dropouts.
Yeah, it's true.
So if you think about this, and this is kind of a fucking long stretch, and I don't know exactly what the number is on the statistics, so don't fucking at me. But some of the most wealthiest people in this world were high school dropouts.
Exactly, that's the truth. Most
Because-
successful. Yeah.
I have a feeling, and this is just me putting on the fucking tinfoil hat. I think that school for most of our lives, because there's a lot of shit that I learned in school, but there's a lot of shit that I did not give a fuck about.
Oh, true.
I think school is more or less a brainwashing program to fucking dial you in to work for somebody.
Oh, it is. It is, because then you are like,
It's a discipline thing.
This is how things work. You get a job, you get married, and you work for that company, and you get your pension, and you save for your 401k plan, and then I'm gonna hit early retirement, and I'm gonna get on Social Security. It's like, shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
Like, do you hear yourself? And they can't get away from that.
Yeah.
Like, so
'Cause that's all they know.
and that's all they know. So when us, like entrepreneurs and stuff, it's so against what you're doing, and like, yeah, man, I just kind of like, when I get a job, I get a job. You know, it's like you're doing it all yourself, and they think that's so scary, and they're just like, "What are you doing? That's so irresponsible."
do you know how many people
my
have
God.
told me like, so you just started a business?
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah. Oh well, how'd you figure out how to start a business? I was like, by doing it.
I googled some shit and then I tried some shit.
Oh.
and we figured it out.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't that scary? Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Isn't it scary to get in a fucking car and go to work?
Yeah.
Isn't that scary? You could fucking die. You know what else is scary? Being in the same mundane fucking thing day in
Sitting
and
in
day
the
out.
office. Why fucking
Making somebody else $1 million?
Sitting in a cubicle.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Isn't that scary?
Yeah. Trying to hit at the girl at the fucking water fountain. Doesn't ever work. And then Paul keeps stealing your yogurts and shit. Fuck that.
No, I'm good.
Fuck Paul.
Fuck Paul. Fuck you too, Nancy.
Seriously.
Like, I just don't.
I know. Like, to me,
I just don't understand it. Like,
Oh my God.
I think it's also just a perspective switch.
It is. It is.
Like,
It
because
is.
you've got the people that are like, my life is fucking hard. And it is, hard is subjective.
Yeah.
Everybody's heart is different.
Absolutely.
I'm not taking that
100%,
away from
100%.
anybody. But you can have the heart of not being able to walk really well because you're extremely obese. Or you can have the heart of being able to walk, but not that great because you've been working out so much and your fucking legs are exhausted. You can have the heart of being fucking broke, but you have all this time to hang out with your family. Or you can have the heart of being wealthy, but not having all the time in the world to spend with your family.
Yeah.
Choose your fucking heart.
It's true.
What is your heart? Is your heart driving Lamborghinis and fucking hanging out with your family when you can and doing fucking cool shit with them whenever they get the chance? Shit that they're going to grow up and be able to see and make for themselves? Or is your heart going to be growing up with fucking kids that don't get whatever the fuck they want? Not whatever they want, but they don't have any opportunities to grow.
Yeah.
They don't, like, they get to hang out with their family, but they don't have a good role model at that point.
Yeah. Like any kind of like, they're just stagnant people. They're just like, this is what we do. And then it takes them all the way until they're old enough to get out of the house to learn that. But now, just like school, you've been brainwashed to see that.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. And luckily, I mean, yeah. And just, I grew up, thankfully, like blessed, like my parents were outside thinkers. So it was like, cool. So that's what you grew up to be. And then you are who you are. But like, yeah, other people, like I feel bad. So that's why you always got to go back on the parents. It's like, yo, motherfucker, that's your choice. Like you did that to them.
I know that, like,
like-
with me personally, I'm breaking what is called a generational curse.
Yeah.
Because the only person that is very wealthy in my family is Bill Martin.
Yeah, it's true. It's
And
true.
he is very wealthy.
Yeah, it's old Bill.
But I got to kind of see that growing up every so often.
Yeah,
Granted,
yeah.
he lives 4.5 hours away.
Yep.
But every so often when we'd go over there, I'd see the cars.
Yeah, it gives you like that motivation, inspiration of like I could do this.
Like, oh, fuck,
like
it
I
is
can do this.
achievable.
But if you've never even like been in that or anything,
It's hard.
it's really is, and you should shoot for the moon and do things and like enjoy life, go after things. Like it's gonna be rough and enjoy the pleasures of life. You know what I
It's
mean?
way more stressful. And I talked to somebody about this the other day. It is way more stressful to be a business owner than it is a regular time person.
Yeah.
But you know, it wasn't stressful. Blowing all the money and go fucking getting a Lamborghini for the weekend.
Yeah.
And going to Vegas and
Yeah,
not having to
yeah.
worry about a bill.
Yeah, it's true.
You know how fucking not stressful that was?
Yeah.
You know how not stressful it was to just book a bunch of flights for my family so that way we could go do some
and
fucking
it's
cool
just
shit?
Very helpful, yeah.
Do you know how not stressful that was?
Exactly.
I didn't have to fucking count any pennies for that. Granted, I'm not trying to say like I'm a millionaire by any means,
No.
but like I would say I'm a little above average on the intake.
for sure,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
And it's crazy to me that people are just like super happy with their $40,000 a year jobs.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm for it. If
Yeah.
that's what you want to roll, if that's the role that you want to fit into,
yeah.
like it sounds disrespectful, but Andrew Tate said it best. Like the world needs fried cooks.
Oh, it's facts. Absolutely.
Like the world needs fried cooks. The world needs fucking entrepreneurs. The world needs everybody has a fucking place for sure.
Absolutely.
And it's totally cool if you don't want to fucking own these badass cars or have this big ass house or fucking blah blah blah, and you want to just be your 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, go spend time with your family, all of this kind of shit.
Yep.
I'm for it. I've lived that life. I knew that I was set for bigger things.
Yep. And that's just it.
And I think we squirreled way off on this, but it basically just goes back to what I had said. Like, if you're stuck in the spot and your family is just miserable because you're miserable, you have to put the work in to fucking lose the weight, get a little bit more money, and start just fucking producing.
And it's true. And the only way to do that, and a lot of it, you know, is through the brainwashing and just forever of like, you don't know any better and you're not motivated to try something else. And then
the other thing is
Yeah.
like find somebody, I'd say find somebody who is higher up than you
oh, absolutely. You should
and
always.
fucking shadow the fuck out of them.
And it's the truth. I mean, it's no different than the gym or anything. Like, you always want to lift with stronger people than you.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the alpha. Like, stay a student.
The
That's
minute
what I'm
that I became the strongest dude in the gym at Powerhouse
Right.
was the minute
Switch
that I
gyms.
knew that I was like,
saying.
I'm in the
New
wrong
gym.
fucking place.
Need a new gym. Absolutely.
Then I went to Eden, and there's guys that are fucking ripping
Absolutely.
800 off of the ground like it's
Yeah.
nothing. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
what
where I need to be.
And that's where you need to be. And as
I
people,
fucking
that's
still
what
talk
we
to them
need.
on fucking Instagram every so often. I'm
Yeah.
like, what's going on, Reese? What's going on, Lucian? What's going on, you know, Richie?
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are fucking big dudes putting up big numbers consistently. And I was like, I need to find somewhere to go where I know that I have some learning to do.
Absolutely. And that's where, like, honestly, most people, like, all this stress and shit, that's where it alleviates. Like, doing hard things helps you so much. Like, it just overall, like, general, like, fucking just awareness, like, doing new shit, hard shit, accomplishing something you like, a few months ago was like, dude, I didn't think I could fucking do that. And then you got through it and it was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Just your internal, like, self-confidence goes up.
Yeah.
Just to approach the world. So then taking on these, like, feats doesn't seem so scary because it's just, and it does. It's just those little things that, like, you do that was hard and it was like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. You push past, you made yourself do it. And that internal, like, proudness is like, that's the confidence is like, dude, fucking bring some shit at me. I'll figure it out. I ain't
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
Hey, but everybody else is just leaning in the life of like, oh, that's just not what we do. And at the end of the day, it has to do with an internal self-confidence. Like, you think you're going to fail and you're so scared of failure. Where us, like, I
know I'm gonna fail.
Like, I know I'm going to fail. I'm going
I
to
know
fucking
I
fall
am.
down. I'm already waiting
know
for
I am.
it. Like, I'm already.
You know how many fucking dollars I've lost
Yep.
due to fucked up things that have happened in the
Yep.
workplace?
Yep.
To where, like, as a business owner, like, shit fucking happens, and then all of a sudden, I literally paid for this job.
Yep.
That's happened.
Yep.
But failing forward is much better than staying stagnant.
Dude, I'm telling you. Don't be a cow. You ready for this? Don't be a cow. Be a buffalo. You know this story? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because a cow, they shy away from the storms.
Yes.
Buffaloes, as soon as they see a storm, they walk into it because they know that the sooner they get into it, the sooner they'll be out of it.
And then they can reap the fruits of the storm because now they have nice new fucking wet grass to eat and all the plants that grew while the cows are still running and running and running, and eventually you're gonna break down, and then now you're fucked up and you're broken down and you can't handle it, and now the storm is coming across you, so now you're getting fucked up while the storm is just, and now it's all beaten down.
So that's why, if you guys have seen my hats, you guys have seen the stickers, you guys have seen everything that I wear, there is a reason why all of the Real AF gear
Yeah.
has a buffalo on it.
That's so ill.
That's why I wear these hats.
I didn't know
because-
that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that. That's why they have
because
that
the
on.
buffalo
He
goes
chomps through
into the storm instead
faces
of
the
running
storm.
from. Yeah.
And it's the truth, and I get it. It's one of those, like, it's the exact, like, opposite of what you think, but it's because you've been thinking wrong your whole life. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Yeah, dude. It's
like,
fucking,
I'm sorry. Like, you'd be surprised of how backwards things are. Like, even in, like, you know, as we were talking the whole original beginning of this podcast on the health side of things, like, you can get into the medical side of the cortexes in your brain that grow when you do hard shit and you accomplish shit, and it provides longevity in life. And people that did nothing and sat around, like, when they die and they do fucking autopsies, they're itty bitty, and there's a big cause of why that, like, it could have linked to health causes.
It's not only the
So-
size, but if you guys look at the human brain, right? You guys notice that it's like a sponge, right?
Yeah.
It's got its own little
Yeah, or the
curves
coloring or something,
and
right?
divots,
Yeah.
and there's a reason why, like the mongoloids, not mongoloids, that was actually a really bad term. I'm sorry for that. Not that. Fuck. God, they came out of caves.
They came out of caves. Are we talking about people?
Yes. Yeah, it's a type of person from a very, very long time ago.
Oh, I'm super bad with that kind of shit.
God,
Yeah,
damn
like
it.
the whole history side of what they were called. I don't fucking know.
It's called them, and they are called that in the Bible as well. But they're these people that basically came out, and they were they weren't a race, but they were a group of people
Okay.
that they were just dumb.
Oh, okay.
They were very unintelligent, and when they did the autopsies and that, when your brain is sitting up against like the skull, you can see where the brain sits and where the indentions are.
Right.
Now it doesn't indent into the skull, so I want to say that, but when they do autopsies and they pull the brain out, they can see, inside of the skull where the crevices are. In those people, they had smoother brains.
Oh.
So their brains, like having those indentions, that's basically where like the thought process goes in. So having a smooth brain basically means that you're stupid.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. You don't have the processing power.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly where I was trying to go with that, but I've been trying to think about what that.
I don't know, man. But yeah, I mean, either way, like what we're saying is that like it has to do with like accomplishing things, doing things. It's the way we're built, man. Like take the hard road, figure some shit out, grow as a human being, and like watch it like help alleviate stress, get you moving forward and everything. Do the hard shit, dude. Like I know this is a hardcore like, hey brother, fucking do the hard shit all the time, 24/7, doing all of it. Fucking do more with your 24. Fucking brother.
Dude, we haven't said that in so long.
I was waiting to drop that one. I get that. That's that whole fucking slang bullshit. But at the end of the day, no jokes, JKs, LOLs. It's fucking legit shit. And like it literally, if you kind of like perspective instead of always working so hard to be comfortable and start just working on not being comfortable, like, doing hard things.
The more that you take the harder route in life.
That's right.
And that's for everything. Right? It goes to, instead of taking one stair at a time, take 2 stairs at a time.
Yeah, after you learn to actually climb stairs, don't just go from crawling to double.
You've got to learn to walk before you run.
Exactly. But yes,
Parking at the fucking very back of the parking lot.
That's a huge one. Like stuff like that. Just
fucking seeing something on the ground as a piece of trash and just grabbing it and throwing it in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
You see somebody, like you're taking a walk with your family. You see some rocks from somebody's yard.
Yeah.
And they're on the sidewalk.
Dude, I do that all the time.
Kick those fucking
kick
rocks
them in there and fucking kick. I do that shit all the time.
Bro, it's the fucking little things. Like,
things.
yeah, you could have just walked by that. And what does it benefit?
Yeah.
It doesn't benefit anything besides your mental acuity to be able to fucking push through the big things.
Exactly.
The small things matter. It's literally like whenever I go for a walk, I've got my weighted vest on.
Yeah.
I've got my fucking all of my gear is on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I fucking get my whole kit on. The only thing I don't have is my AR because I don't want the fucking cops called.
Yeah.
But I'm kitted up, going on my fucking pack. I see shit, and I literally fucking grab shit, put it in my pockets, or if I got the kids with me, I put it in the fucking stroller.
Yep.
Like, it's just those little things where I'm like, this isn't fucking helping anybody.
No.
But it is helping me because it's those little things to where I know that if the little things get taken care of, the big things are going to be fucking easy.
And that's the truth. And everybody is nowadays just so fragile by the little things.
Yeah.
Like the shit you hear people talk about, it's like, dude, like, what are you fucking freaking out about? It's not really not that big of a deal, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but to them, it's just, I can't even.
It's the end of the world.
Yeah, and they got that weight, and like again, like you got all that weight on your chest, like that stress, that anxiety, like you don't realize how hard that is on your body. You're doing enough to yourself with the bad foods and the bad things and not moving. So now, and that is helping cause the fact of that you can't handle shit. Your brain can't even process things correctly. It's like when you're really tired and then all of a sudden your kids wake up and they fucking start screaming immediately and you can't even like process what's going on. That's technically what's happening inside your body. It's like making it so it can't process things. Even though, you're caffeinated up and everything else, dude, it legitimately as a system, it doesn't function well. And it's not running well, which then have side effects of you being anxious as fuck, stressed out all the time, and now you're depressed. And now you have that internal, like, fucking hate myself because you don't do anything hard. We get it. So do something.
Do it all hard.
Do it all hard. Go hard.
Go do 75 hard.
Dude, I haven't even done that. I haven't even done one of those yet. I'm not. I know. I do. I was actually.
I'll do it with you.
I know. I was like thinking about doing one of those. Yeah, here soon. I'm just. I just know facts. I'm just not there yet. Just where I am in my progression. Slowly getting better though, with things. Sounds like an excuse, but that's just kind of how I run.
It's definitely an excuse. I think we should do it.
That'd be good. It would be good.
I think when we get back from Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's actually not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think December 2nd is the...
What is into? I've never done one, so I know it's like... Yeah.
Okay, so 75 hard is very simple. Gallon of water every day.
I already do that. Okay.
10 pages of a book that is nonfiction, self-improving.
Okay.
2 workouts a day.
Okay.
One of them has to be outside. Only in 45 minutes each.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to hit 2 different workouts. You cannot do them back to back.
Okay.
So you can't do 45 minutes in the gym and then go for a 45-minute run or walk.
Okay.
Has to be 2 separate times.
Okay.
You have to stick to a meal plan.
Okay.
No falling off.
Yep.
No alcohol.
Yep.
And then you have to take a progress picture every single day.
Every single day?
Every single day.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool.
I don't think that there's anything I'm missing, but I'm going to look it up real quick.
Okay.
I've done it twice
I
now,
know you've done it like
and
twice.
Just the mental benefits that you gain from this.
Well, and that's what I'm like. That's what like enticed me to want to try that because I'm constantly always trying to like. Well, everybody deals with like mental battles like most of the time.
Now, and that's just 75 hard too. There's the whole Live Hard program,
Oh,
which
I know.
is like
There's a
3
lot.
different phases.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I'm too much of an indulgence right at this moment.
Yeah.
For the whole life thing. Eventually, I'd like to see myself at that point.
So yeah, task 1, structured diet.
Yeah.
Number 2, 45 minutes, 45-minute workouts. The gallon of water, 10 pages a night. Take a progress picture, and yep, that's it.
Okay.
Hold on. Where's the no alcohol? That's always been a thing. Oh, okay, yeah. 0 alcohol and absolutely no cheat meals.
Yeah.
Your diet can be whatever you want it to be: keto, paleo, vegetarian.
Okay.
As long as it is aligned with your goals.
Okay. I like it.
So, what I normally do with mine is making sure that I hit a certain amount of macros every single day.
I was gonna say you have to actually come up with like even though we know our diets, I would have to actually like write me I want like write my own plan. Yeah, for sure. And I'd have to have like a little reasoning behind it. So it's like, you know what? And that is a big goal that I've been wanting to do. Like instead, like I've actually shifted completely to now that I'm like putting size on. Like I've always, of course, we all want 6 packs and shit. And I know that us as strongman, like have more like turtle shells and shit like that. But I've always like done more. I've never done a lot of weighted ab exercises. I always do body weighted ab exercises.
Check this out. 75 days from December 2nd is a month before we go to Springfield.
I mean, we'd be in really good shape and like feeling really good.
Yeah.
So that's what was enticing me because I was like, boom, that would put us in I'd be feeling really good for strength games, and then I'd just be in great fucking shape and ready to kill shit for fucking March. So I probably need it. So okay, deal.
You in?
Deal.
Deal.
We'll do it.
Okay.
Deal.
All right.
And it's gonna help because you're doing it, and then like I said, it's like making me.
Yeah, it's the accountability back and forth.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron does sharpen iron.
Okay, I like this actually. No, I need it. Like I do after all like my downplay and shit. Like I'm an indulgence, dude. I love fucking margaritas. I love chilling. I love fatty foods. And and as I'm going back into this new progress, like I can feel the like lags and the mental of like, no, dude, just like have a drink with your food. And it's like, no, do we really need it? But it sounds good. And it's like, but it's not helping with my goals, which now I'm getting back into it. It's fucking up recovery. Then I go to the gym and it's like, I want to hit this today. And then the body doesn't feel right. And it's
then
like,
I'm like, fuck.
And then you're pissed. Like
I had a few drinks last night.
Yeah, I had a few drinks.
A lot of water out of my system.
Exactly. I'm like a little tweaked and like, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things. And like, just like, cleaning up the lifestyle of like my indulgence for the last fucking 6 months. So, But yeah, because luckily, like my goals are still prioritized, and that's what I was like saying. I was like, I'm slowly doing a lot better. I was like getting back into the swing of things. But
They do have an app now too, which is really, really fucking cool. So you can download all of your shit onto there.
Ooh.
But it's basically just like a daily checklist that you can upload to social media and everything. Oh. So, yeah, dude, let's fucking do this together.
I'm totally down to do it.
And if you guys want to do it, you guys should fucking do it.
Dude, if you guys are listening to this, you should do this. We're going to start the day after Thanksgiving. Oh, is this podcast going to be out by then?
This podcast will not be out by then.
Oh, okay. All right, so when you do this, okay, we're like when this comes out, you guys do this, and then we want you to tag us with your fucking, not everyday photos, but
No, fuck it. Do
absolutely,
it every single day, every day.
Absolutely,
Every day.
yeah, that would actually be dope. Tag us on
If
your,
anything, when you get to this little share screen with the 75 hard share screen thing, tag us in that.
Yeah, there you go.
Tag us in that of you just marking off the fucking days.
Just each days, okay?
Let's do fucking 75 days, no alcohol, good diet, big fucking 2 workouts.
Yeah. How would you do your outside workout? 'Cause we're getting ready to hit fucking winter. I was like, if this is summer, easy. And like, right? And like, go out.
Well, and that's kind of where the mental acuity comes in with it. It was like,
That's true.
you've got to fucking go out there and go do a workout.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, that's true.
My workouts, whenever it was raining or snowing, were always put a fucking ruck on and go walk. For
Yeah, like a
45 minutes.
conditioning style thing. That's what
Conditioning
mine
style,
because
yeah.
I was like, well, I can easily go walk the property.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not gonna be
fucking-
doing like fucking muscle ups in the
Okay,
snow,
okay,
but
okay.
you know, and that's the thing too. Like, it has to be a workout.
Yeah,
It's definitely subjective, right? So like, if you are fucking 150 pounds overweight and your knees don't fucking work that good,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a workout is still like you maybe doing some
I was gonna
chair
say,
get ups,
yeah,
or some going on a walk to where like you're breaking a sweat and you're
I
actually
was gonna
working.
say a lot of them shit on snow days. It's like you could probably use like I'm gonna go shovel the entire driveway, and
That's something that you have to do.
in the back patio and shit. You have to do that anyway, though.
That's something
so.
you have to do. So it's got to be outside of like your shit with
See,
that.
well, that's a question. A lot of people are like, well, that's technically my workout. I mean, shoveling is hard. Like you get
Shoveling
fucked.
is hard.
It is hard.
But you have to do that.
That
right?
have to do it anyway. So
This has to be outside of what your
love that.
normal daily things
It's
would
something
do.
that's hard. It's like fuck. If it happened and you shoveled all day, sorry, dog. Like
Yeah,
now
if
go
you-
walk up and down, back and forth with the sandbag or a ruck or something,
Yeah.
and do some walking lunges for 45 minutes up and down your nice snow paved driveway.
Like literally what I used to do is I would put on my pack, put on my winter gear,
Yeah.
and I would just go walk through the fucking snow
Yeah,
until my 45 minutes were up. And then I'd normally just walk back.
yeah.
So I normally got like an hour and a half in, but that's why my cardio was fucking sick.
Yeah, doing really good.
But it's shit like that, and then when it is hot, like being able to fucking go outside and do some yoke runs.
yeah.
You
That'd
know,
be cool.
nonstop fucking yoke runs, or put 150 on the yoke and just go fucking
Just
walk
walk,
with it.
yep,
You know what I
yep,
mean?
yep.
Like something to where you're fucking doing some shit. Put a fucking sled on your back.
Yeah.
Put fucking 45 pounds on it, sled on your back, harness, go walk for 45 minutes.
true.
Like it's just those simple things to where you're not normally doing that.
No, you would. Yeah, you're not gonna normally do that.
This is also one thing that has been fucking pushed. This is not a challenge. This is a program. This is a mental reintroduction program of, okay, let's take our mind of how it is and fucking change it into something that is
That's
more
exactly
mentally
right.
strong.
Exactly.
Like the whole reason for the 2 workouts a day is because it's fucking hard to get 2 separate workouts in every single day. Like there was days where I knew I couldn't fucking go out anywhere, but I needed to get that outside workout in.
Yeah.
So I literally took my stair stepper outside into the fucking driveway and just did my fucking stair stepper. Stupid. But I knew that like I needed to stay close because I needed to be close to the kids.
Yeah, right.
And everything has to be done in a 24-hour basis. Period.
Wow. Okay.
But doing this is literally going to make you realize that you have plenty of fucking time.
in the day. Oh, for sure. Well, that's what I mean. Like, yeah. Okay.
I'm for it. I'm doing it.
Okay.
We're doing it.
All right, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
I'm down.
And also, 75 hard for those of you guys that are going to start it with us. 75 hard is not one of those things to where, like, when you fail, because you will fail.
Oh, you're going to. Yeah, you're going to slip.
You don't just, like, get off of the horse.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, well, I'll start it again on Monday. No. It's like,
back
no.
to it
Yeah,
very
just
next
like-
day, except
and-
for the very next day, you start back at day one. You reset the fucking timer.
Yep.
It's not a, oh, man, I'll get it next year.
Yeah, right.
Get the fuck back on the horse.
Yep.
So I'm very excited for this. Also, the other great tool, one book that I would highly recommend, which they actually have in stock, is the book on mental toughness, which is by Andy Frisella, the creator of the program itself. It goes through why 75 Hard was built, how it was built, and it gives different situations of why mental toughness is so great from people who are mentally tough. So I'm actually going to buy this book. He fucking preaches on it a lot, and I have not
Okay.
read it yet.
There you go.
But this will be my fucking 10 pages a day book.
There you go.
It's a fucking good looking book.
I'll probably just dive into, I'll just force myself to do 10 pages of scripture every day. I need to be better with that shit anyway.
That's fair.
So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I know there's a lot of times I should probably read shit.
Yeah.
And it always does make me feel better. And I don't until Andrew tells us, and then I read it the day before or the day of. I love talking about it. I could talk about it all day.
So, you know what
All day.
actually helped me with that is we listen to music all day at work,
yeah,
right?
like audios, and you listen to it at work.
I put on different books
Facts,
and I
facts.
fucking listen to it.
I do that.
repetitively.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say that. So yeah, that's exactly what I do. Like the day of it, because I want it to be fresh on my
Yeah.
brain. So I do the same thing. Like on YouTube and shit, they do like the dramatic audios of things. So they
Before it's got the fucking
lightning
and
it's
shit
ill.
in the
So like if I'm
background.
sitting there like tiling and shit, and yeah, my brain is just like boom, you're there. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what? But that's how I learn, and I love that. And so yeah, I do the same exact thing. But outside of that, like actually, reading the word day in and day out and stuff like that.
I've got a couple of really good books that I've learned,
Okay.
or that I've read too.
Okay.
So if you wanted to just
Yeah, mix
continue
it
to
up.
listen,
Yeah.
on
Oh, there
the
you go.
Bible,
There you go. There you
and
go.
then fucking
Ooh, okay.
I've
yeah,
got-
I always love good books, and I still have a few other ones. But yeah, if you have a couple books, fuck it, I'll read whatever.
like this one right here. This one is a fucking read. It's called Plain Honest Men and the Making of the American Constitution. You want to learn exactly what happened in the 1700s for America?
Wow, that's what it is.
This is the book.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes into depth about George Washington, just like how everything was founded.
Okay. Okay.
And how like George Washington wanted nothing to do with being a fucking president,
Oh. Okay.
and he was the first president. Like it's
Really?
really cool. That's
Okay.
a really good book. My favorite book ever is called The Compound Effect. I can't remember who fucking. I'm gonna know as soon as I look it up. God damn. Right here. Yep, Darren Hardy.
Hardy.
This fucking book has helped all of my relationships so much.
Really? That's cool. Okay.
Like the coolest thing that I'm about to show my wife, being as that Thanksgiving is coming up, is for the last year, every single day that I've woken up, I've written in a journal.
No way. Look at you.
So day one, like what I'm thankful for over that day.
Yeah.
So for the last 360 days or so, because we're on the 20th now, for the last 360 days, every single day I have written down
No way.
on that day what I am thankful for
That's
her.
cool, dude.
So I'm going to give that to her, and she's going to have 365.
Oh, she's gonna
Days.
love that.
Yeah, but like that's just it. How much does that cost to do that?
Right.
One thing every day.
Nothing.
Takes fucking 10 seconds
Right. 10
to write
seconds
down.
to write something.
I'm thankful that you're such a an amazing mother.
Right. And other days it might be a little bit more. Like it's just like, yeah.
And
you
then
can see the difference.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then on the day that she opens it, she's gonna have fucking 4 pages just
Isn't
full.
it funny how people don't journal anymore? But back in the day, like how do we know a lot about things? Old journals, right? Those old leather bound fucking wrapped around journals and shit of my grandfather's father's fathers.
Yeah.
And it's like people don't do that anymore.
I think that a lot of people don't do anything like that.
Yeah.
Due to the fact of they aren't doing
It's,
shit
and
that is
that's
journal worthy.
facts. It's facts. Like they're not doing
Like
anything.
it's sad. Like I don't want it to be like
No,
that.
I agree.
But at the
like
same
I say,
time, like
yeah. But even like what you said is actually, and that's actually a good point. As we've been talking about, just health in general. Fucking the neural, and I'm sure you guys have heard this. It's actually on a lot of platforms. You hear it all the time. But like they say, the best way to break anxiety and stress is by being doing like a journal like that, especially if you make it a focus every day of being grateful, because your body cannot process the stress signal at the same time of being grateful.
well, I think anxiety is very, very simple, right?
Yeah.
The definition of anxiety is fear of something that hasn't happened.
It's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So if
stay
you
a little
work
bit
through
more.
that by journaling, or if you work through that by actually doing it, if you can do it, the anxiety disappears.
Well, and that's true because you're just getting it out for one.
You're just doing it.
You're just getting it out.
doing it.
But then on top of it, when you really like do like focus gratitude and shit like that, because then you're staying a little bit more focused of what you have, not this fear of what is to come or what could happen. It's like this is fucking what I have. This is what's going great, and that's what I'm focusing on. That shit, like if it comes, like you know what I mean, and then through all this different hard shit, like then you've built yourself up enough that you're tough enough that's like fuck it, dude. This is what I got. Bring whatever you got. Fucking back me in a corner, bitch. See
I
what
already know.
happens.
I already know. What the
I'm gonna knock
fuck's
that shit
go
down.
Yeah.
Pa, pa, fucking dodging shit. Fucking shit up. Okay? So do that shit. Okay? So be good.
Be good.
That's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yep. So go hard.
Go hard. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.